Hello, it is I, Christopher McLeod AKA Diagnostic 80, and this is the Full Force News Burst live. Yeah, it's been a chill week, and then bang, Thursday comes along and gives us some cool stuff to talk about. Hope everyone is doing well. I say everyone, there's only about 9 people viewing this at the moment. Hello to everyone that's already commenting. Hello, Christoph. Hello, Todd. Hello, Christoph again. Hello, Todd again. Lots of it's just you guys just saying things, but that's great. If you're watching the show, please, if you're on YouTube, give us a little like. That would be great. If you're on Facebook, give us a react. You know, that kind of good stuff. If you're not subscribed to the channel, subscribe. All that good stuff. Anyway, that out of the way. Hello to everyone else. Hello, Diecast Nick, RKW 1138, Jeremy Kimberlin, Tags Media. Hello, guys. Thanks for jumping on. Really appreciate it. So, news kind of broke a little bit today. I was keeping a steady eye on the HISS Tank HasLab, and I noticed that it was closing in on 19K without any other additional elements going on to the campaign. And you know what? I thought, you know what's going to happen? It's going to hit 19K, and what I'll do is I'll go on and do a news burst live because we haven't had one all week. And I thought, you know what? Let's give the fans what they want. Anywho, yeah, so we've got a little bit of news today in that, one, the HISS Tank HasLab hit 19K, but then also the HASBRO polls dropped a ton of amazing dio shots as well. So we'll get stuck into those as well and have a good look at them. People saying loving the new background. I've kind of been doing this recently. If you haven't been kind of watching, but yeah, I've just thought, you know, let's change up a little bit. And yeah, it's a little bit nicer and a little bit cooler, a little bit tighter, a little more professional. Thank you, Adam, for the shout out, Adam Schickling. Great to see you again. Agent Chuckles, Matthew Matson, everybody, hello guys, thanks for joining in. Really appreciate it. Like I said, hit us up with a bark, hit us up with a react on Facebook, or if you're on YouTube, give us a little like. It's always appreciated, and keep the comments coming in because I will be jumping through that as well through the episode. Right, well, let's get on then with the news and start looking at some cool stuff. Yeah, so 19,000 backers, and they did that without really adding anything additional to the campaign, which is actually one heck of an achievement, is it not? Hello, Adam Drake. Hello, Joe Self. Hello, Paddy Lennon. And hi, Phoebe, says Paddy. Hello. Hi, Phoebe. Yeah, so incredible work there. Hey, hello, Aaron E. Nichols as well. Good afternoon, or morning, or evening, or wherever you are in the world. Paddy is mainly here for the Phoebe content, which is effectively just a bark every 35 seconds, isn't it, Paddy? But yeah, that's cool. Totally understand. I'm second when it comes to, like, you know, probably third when it comes to the, you know, interest on the channel. Anyway, let's talk about this. So yeah, like I said, hit 19K before, you know, we even had anything else to talk about. And I think as like I suppose for hitting that target, they revealed the dio shots from, I think, Shooting the Galaxy, I think it was. Anyway, we'll get into the details of that in a second. But from Hasbro Pulse, they said, feast your eyes on my most menacing machination. The Cobra Hiss is simply dominating. I'm revealing to you, my fanatical followers, the first look at the glorious diorama photography of my HasLab. Doesn't it just sing destruction for those meddling Joes? Of course it does. Well, anyway, as a reminder for you slackers, there are only 5 more days to back my insidious Hiss campaign. I can't possibly imagine what you're all waiting for. Just head over to Hasbro Pulse to see all the dastardly ingenious things you get in this offering. Go now. Time is limited. This HasLab campaign will run until August 15th, 2022. Back the G.I. Joe Cobra Hiss for $299.99. That's in both dollars and pounds sterling. I don't know how that works out. Literally no currency exchange is going on there, is it? 349.99 euros. Oh no, sorry, that's yeah, it is euros, isn't it, for Germany? On Hasbro Pulse. See hasbropulse.com for more details. Right then, so that was the first post, and then obviously I got a little bit more extra info from the great Emily We're back from SDCC and ready for the last 5 days of the HISS campaign. HASBRO photographer shooting the galaxy took some amazing diorama images of our painted HISS model from the convention to show off how awesome it looks. What do you think? And does this give you any ideas for what the HISS might look on your displays? This is the last week to back, etc., etc., etc. What are you waiting for? So anyway, that is what we got from the HASBRO team. And then we got these amazing pictures. So I've basically put them in order of how they come in order on Facebook and Instagram and so on and so forth. Just awesome. RKW1138 says, I see it passing 23K on the last day. I mean, there's still time for this to kind of go even further. And I don't know if they've got any more surprises. I mean, this feels like we knew this was coming, the Dio shots, and they look amazing. We'll get to more of them. This isn't the only one. And I kind of feel like this was one of those ones where I was expecting people to maybe be a bit of a spike based on the Dio shots. But the spike happened way before the Dio shots came here. So, yeah, interested to see how that goes. Jeremy expects about 21.3K. I think I might have said on another episode at some point, but I'm thinking around 22.5 is what I think it might finish at. Like 22.5, I reckon. Maybe. Who knows? But, you know, it could go ballistic. It could stop and just like flow around this kind of area. Who knows? But, you know, usually you can expect a little bit of a FOMO flurry in the last 24 hours. And we've got a few days before that happens. So maybe even a few more days before we see anything else, I guess. Who knows? Aaron says, beautiful pics today. I'm looking forward to seeing the Cobra Commander and Tactician coming with it. Oh, the female gunner as well. It's going to be awesome. So true. There's so many other little aspects to this that we haven't really seen. No, we've seen this now in its Dio. We've seen it in hand at the SDCC. We've seen it painted. We've seen the Dio shots and kind of seeing it in action with other figures as well. It looks fantastic. So we've even got those other figures to kind of come with it. Retro Cobra Commander, female gunner. There's also the Tactician. So yeah, absolutely awesome. More cool stuff to come. Jeremy says female gunner is the one I am most excited for. The one you are most excited for, Jeremy. Absolutely. Hello, David. Adam says, who's got odds on the final backer number? Like I said, I think 22.5 is what I'm getting, what I'm feeling, but it could be way more than that. My judgment on this is always off, always. Adam says, the shots are very enticing. I've not backed this yet, but maybe soon. Adam, get on it. Just do it. You know you want to. But even so, I can imagine there's maybe more of you in that kind of, you know, situation where you're kind of still umming and erring about it. Maybe get to the end of the thing and that's when people jump on from that. So who knows? There might be like a decent amount of people that jump on very late on. Who knows? But Adam's one of them. Adam Schickling is one of them. Hello, Soda. Aaron says the pictures really sell it even more. The main guns look great. Really does. Jim has posited 25,873 backers is where it's going to finish. And that is very specific, Jim. But if it does end up like that, I want you doing all of my betting. Not that I don't actually do betting. But Jim, if it does land on that number, do you have like an almanac by any chance? A sports almanac? Are you Marty McFly? Are you the Doc? Anyway, if it does land on that, Jim, you'll have to laugh a lot and be like, I should have put money on that. Anyway, beautiful images that came through. So this is one of them, kind of like showing you a couple of Cobra troopers in and around the driver there in the HISS with the lights on. It looks like one of the troopers is kind of fixing something on the side. Another trooper is handing the driver his pistol, as he's obviously just kind of got on into the vehicle using one of the gull wing doors. So the canopy is down, but one of the gull wing doors is open. So that's a nice kind of touch. So it shows you there is a decent amount of space for the figure to climb in kind of a real scenario on there. You've also got a trooper sitting in the gunner position as well. And yeah, the guns look great on there, don't they? It just looks like a really awesome image going on there. Lots going on, lots of dynamism. Love it. The next image is another beauty, and this gives us a nice good shot at the back end, Kitty said. So yeah, we can see the doors down and we can see inside. We can see basically like what the very detailed of what the gunner platform looks like inside. We've got like the weapons rack in there on from the side view and the seat from a side view. So not a lot of detail on those side views, but this is kind of one of the best shots I've seen of looking directly in there and seeing the back panel, seeing the gunner position, the gunner kind of platform. Very nice indeed. Yeah, okay, very nice again. And another good shot, the tracks there, the treads. This is a beautiful vehicle. And again, more lights because the lights are on the back as well. Yeah, it does look great, Aaron, absolutely. Very, very into this. Anyway, going through the images, this is an interesting one because it's now showing what looks to be a little change they've made. Because is it now showing the symbol as if someone would be looking at it in front of the HISS as opposed to the HISS driver looking at it the right way up. So maybe they've switched that. Maybe you can twist it yourself. Who knows? That's something I may even ask them. Like, is that little, because obviously, you know, it wouldn't be too difficult to have the Cobra symbol be able to kind of turn inside, you know, like just twist from the outside, from where it protrudes. We'll see another image of that later. But that could be a possibility. So this could just be showing you can twist it in like multiple directions. So you can have it kind of, you know, showing in that angle or showing it the other direction. Who knows? But I'm going to have to ask about that. If it's not already been talked about, if it's not already out there, because, you know, I missed some things. I couldn't hear the panel very clearly, I have to admit. The SDCC panel, I watched it as it was streamed. Who was doing that? Toy News International, I think, posted a stream. And I couldn't quite hear exactly what was being said. I could more or less make it out. But yeah, I may have missed some stuff during that. Anyway, really beautiful shot there. And again, like the kind of like almost like spotlight kind of being kind of like shone down there. Yeah, it's nice. I like that a lot. Trying to work out what the other kind of pieces are that are over there. I mean, could these be like little, you know, ones like to the right of the image? I mean, it could just be things that the photographer's kind of not mocked up, but I don't know if that could be some like little hint at maybe something else coming. I don't know. I'm just speculating like a crazy speculator as I do. KW 1138 says makes sense for the GI Joe scum to see the Cobra logo this way up. It does, doesn't it? And I think maybe like either they've changed it or, you know, it's one of those things that can be easily moved, which I'm thinking it might be easily moved, honestly. Anyway, that's a beautiful shot as well, showing off some of the lights too. This is a beauty as well, kind of like almost like in motion, guns up, some sort of threat above, a bit of dirt, a bit of grime. And you can see underneath there, you can see the Cobra logo. And it actually looks like the Cobra logo is the correct way up. So, like, you know, as you look at it, so when it if it was to shine down on the ground, it would show the HISS driver, the logo upright, rather than someone looking at it from the front. So maybe you can turn it, maybe you can twist it. I don't know, but that would be quite a nice, innovative way of getting around the whole, you know, I prefer it this way kind of argument. Jim says, if they add an MMS tier, it breaks 30K. Oh, if they added some sort of towable, 100% it breaks. It will go a trillion K. But no, that would definitely have a lot of people jump on it, 100%. I don't fully expect them to do anything else, but I've said that in the past, and then they go and drop something else. So, like, what do I know? I don't know. I just feel like we're kind of seeing everything, but then you never know. They could drop a surprise on us, and that would be absolutely brilliant. Another figure, a towable. I don't know, but then it's not like they need to either, is it? Like they're already like singing, they're already happy. But I think, yeah, if you can get into the 20s, like, you know, like 25, says Jim, 25873, that's very specific, Jim. Then, you know, I think they're leaving money on the table to a degree, but also there's a balance, isn't there? If they add something so big and ridiculous, it does offset costs, even in something that, like this, where it's already great value, in my opinion. Jeremy says, watch from left field, no MMS or ASP. It's a danged whirlwind, lol. That wouldn't be too bad. And any other thing that they kind of throw it up. Yeah, absorb is a balance, isn't it? But I don't know, maybe they could, if they saw that the balance would work, and they, if they thought, well, if we add something else, it probably would create a big push at the end. It probably would make sense to them, but who knows? Who knows? Andrew Clark, that's a good point, mate. They might not want to add anything else so as not to set expectations too high for the next one. Always leave them wanting more and all that. That's a very good point as well, Andrew. These are all things that they're definitely going through their heads. They're definitely like going through these in meetings. All of these ideas are definitely on the table, but they've got to work this out. It's a balance. It really is. Just give me a HISS t-shirt, says RKW1138. You know what? Everyone's been talking about that. That would be a nice little just addition, wouldn't it? Just throw in a t-shirt at the end. That probably would be totally fine in terms of it wouldn't offset, the balance at all, but it would be a nice little addition. And I think people would dig that, definitely. We also had, this is my favorite shot of all of the shots they posted. This is a shot, again, the draw's down, the back end is exposed, Kitty said. The driver looks to be in the gunner position, and the two troopers, you've got one sitting inside and the other one running out, as if they were both in there. They'd have been cramped as heck. But yeah, I do like that, and it looks really awesome. So I'm really, really into this image. Again, very dynamic. The trooper running down the kind of ramp looks awesome as well. Just awesome stuff. I guess you could call, they're probably infantry figures, aren't they? Yeah, I think they might be the infantry figures. Yeah, I think so. It's not the troop. It's not. Is that the officer? Am I being an idiot? Probably being an idiot. I can't tell. I'm too tired. Anyway, I love this shot. I think it's brilliant. And this was my favorite of all of the shots. I'm going to leave it on there for a little bit longer. Yeah, Matthew says great shot. It is, isn't it? Jeremy says I still think it's great value with 3 extra figures and the option parts. No regrets backing 3. Wow, great work there, Jeremy. But I agree with you. I think it is like well worth it at this point, definitely. Nice to see the back of the HISS driver back of his harness look cool. Yeah, that might be the first time I've seen that actually as well. Yeah, very awesome. They're both infantry, are they, Ryan? Thank you, mate. I thought they were. I figured they were, but then I was kind of like, is that the officer? I can't remember. But yeah, thank you, Ryan. Appreciate that. Yes, Andrew, we do. I did mention that at the beginning. It's Shooting the Galaxy. You can follow them on Instagram. They do some amazing work. So yeah, let me just quickly show you what I'm talking about. Emily did mention it. Look, HASBRO photographer at Shooting the Galaxy. So you can find them on Instagram. You're welcome, bud. You're welcome. Anyway, absolutely love these shots. This is my favorite. This is my all-time favorite shot of the HISS tank, and you can hardly see the HISS tank. I just love the fact that these become like almost like a dio. Phoebe is going absolutely nuts right now. She's just loving life, aren't you, Phoebes? If you hear her in the background, just ignore it. It's fine. She's just enjoying her buttons. She has buttons that make little voice kind of noises, and if you every now and again you might hear them, don't worry. Anyway, brilliant shot. This is my. I just wanted to give it its due, this one, because it is absolutely brilliant. Luke says next week drama and Zizani choosing the tactician colors. Hopefully it will. Oh yeah, of course. We've got to choose the tactician colors once the campaign is over. And I still haven't landed on a decision yet, by the way. Have you guys landed on decisions for that? Because I certainly haven't. I am well out of it at the moment with that. That's the last thing on my mind. But I know I'm going to have to make a decision at some point, and it's going to be difficult because I think all of the options have merit. Some of them are very similar. Obviously, like some of them where they're like, a bit just all black or a little bit all black with a few little bits. But still, I don't know. Still, they all have good. Yeah, they all bring a lot to the table. Anyway, Robert H is, who left the tank lights on in the middle of the day? They just literally slam the brakes on, Robert H. That's all that is, mate. Slam the brakes on, and they've got to have lights inside for the dude sitting there and on his chair. So that's what's happened there. Michael Jean Fleming says, one idea I saw somewhere that I'd like would be to add a second female gunner in the tactician color scheme. You know what? That wouldn't be a bad shout, would it? Because it would be, you know, you've already got the tooling would already be taken into consideration. It would just be, you know, like a run of one color and then a run of the next. So yeah, maybe that's something they could take into consideration, Michael, and I would be up for that too. Aaron loves purple. I do love purple as well, Aaron, but like, and I think I like it for the fact that, you know, when the inevitable Techno Viper appears, you could have like a Techno Viper and some kind of like subordinates, if you know what I mean. But anyway, yeah, I like purple too. I'm not sure if I'm going full force on that though, but good shout. Music Blitz says black and red. Another good shout on that one, because there is one that's all black. There's one that's black and then with the red additions. And then isn't the one that's like, I should have got them up really, shouldn't I? But I didn't. Anyway, black and red is a good shout there. Music Blitz, 100%. Toy Bounty Hunter, blue is my vote. Blue is another good one because you get kind of like an almost like a de facto rip it, don't you? I feel like I probably would go again. I wouldn't necessarily vote the blue because I would hope they would do a rip it in the future, maybe as another, you know, another release for the HISS tank in blue, possibly. Who knows? RKW1138 loves purple. A lot more purple than I expected. Jim Smith, my favorite is the black and red, which is also Ron Rudat's favorite, by the way. Yes, he has absolutely said that, Jim. Yeah, not a surprise. Jeremy says black with red helmet probably gets my vote. Was thinking purple. It seems to be black and red or purple, doesn't it? Purple, I reckon. Techno Viper vibe, says Ray Murphy. Hello, Ray. Thank you for my light foot again. I will always say that when you come on, mate, because I love it to death. Sean Forrester says, I like the black and red version, but I'll be happy with any. I think that's where I land. Like, I'm going to vote for it, but at the end of the day, I'll be happy with whatever's voted for, honestly. Thank you, my darling. It's full course, guys, but I won't do that. I'm going to eat that after the show. Thank you, sweetheart. Oh my God, that looks amazing. Anyway, side note, yes, thank you for that, Sean. I agree. I think I'm the same. Like, I will probably vote with whatever, but be happy with what we get in that sense. RKW says the Cobra Commode Center. Lol. Yeah, it does look like he's having a poop, doesn't he? In there. Andrew Clark says black and red fits the tank vibe best. The blue fits with the other troopers though. Yeah, like I think I'd like them to be a little bit uniform. I think now I'm thinking about it, like that works. Like if they're all like the gunner, the tactician, and the driver are all kind of like in a, you know, general kind of color uniform, that makes a lot of sense. But then if you throw a bluey in there, not a problem. Purple, kind of cool, nice bit of color in there. Again, all black, they all kind of make sense. Phoebe's right here because she wants to know what I'm eating, like you guys probably do. I'm just kidding, you don't. But yeah, the good shout there, Andrew. Ryan says, I like the simple black or blue for the tactician. I don't think the purple will look good between red driver and gunner. Again, good point, Ryan. It's something you have to take into consideration, though, isn't it? But people are still rocking purple. Christoph Black, Matthew Matson, Robert H has gone with neon pink. I don't think that was an option, Robert, but that's one I'd like. Sorry, Phoebe desperately wants to be involved here. Come on, up you come. She's been very vocal, haven't you, today? Yeah. I want the all-white version for Phoebes. I don't think there is an all-white version, is there? Nick says, when do we have to pay for this thing? I think it's going to be like literally as it finishes. I'll put you down now, darling. Good girl. There you go. Good girl. Yeah, it'll be right as it finishes. So when it successfully funds, like successfully finishes and successfully reaches its goal, I know it already has. I don't think there's any going backsies. Like if they had 20,000 backers just drop out all of a sudden, I don't think that would be the case. So yeah, it's basically when it ends, which is people are already writing in there. It's like August the 15th, August the 16th, isn't it? Because it's like midnight, basically. So yeah, it'll be the next day, I guess. Yeah. Thank you, guys. Eben and RKW for putting August the 16th in there. Neil Hill, repaint commander here, reporting for duty. Hello, Neil. Toy Bounty Hunter says, for Galactus, I was charged within an hour after it ended. Okay, that's a good basis to kind of run it by. Thank you, Toy Bounty Hunter. Anyway, more images popped out. Here we get a nice, good shot of the interior. Oh my God, isn't that interior beautiful? Look at it. I know, Phoebes. I know. She wants my food, but she can't have it, obviously. Look at that interior. It is wonderful, isn't it? I'm really excited for that. All like lit up like a Christmas tree. Very, very cool idea to do that. Just vibing on it a lot. Oh, she's okay. Yeah, she's all right. Kate's trying to like get Phoebe out of the way, but no, it's fine. She's cool. I'm giving her some lovins. But like, I really love the interior on this one, and I cannot wait to see this firsthand. Like seriously. Neil. Ooh, yeah. I mean, look at it. Oh, you were referring to being here and ready for action, weren't you? Of course. Luke says any colors for me except purple. I might be in trouble. You know what? Like, it does seem like purple. Like, just from our very minimal market research there, guys. I must admit, it seems to be black and red with maybe purple edging it a tiny bit. But who knows? It might even be, like you say, Ron Rudat's kind of expressed his favorite as the black and red. So it wouldn't surprise me if it's the black and red, honestly. And then, we've got like a few decos in the future for more fun things, for more interesting stuff. Music Blitz says, how much do you think the figures will go for on the aftermarket? I'm debating buying a second one just because I want the figures, but I don't have space for a second tank. I imagine they'll be quite hefty in price. I think that's why a lot of people are getting multiples, because they know they can kind of probably flip one on some of the FOMOs that didn't get in, the fear of missing out who didn't get in, and then you're probably making way more than you put in on that sense. So they're going to be expensive, Music Blitz. I mean, the Retro Cobra Commander is probably going to go for a fortune. All the other figures involved are probably going to go for a fortune. You'd probably be able to flip the Hiss for a lot more than you paid for it, a lot more. But yeah, that's not something that it's not really something I ever think about, because I never really do that. But for those that are, I'm sure I couldn't, I don't even have the judgment for that to even think, like the foresight to even think how much it could be. But they're going to be expensive. Yes, Neil, that is a shot we'll get to now. No, not now. It's soon. Oh, I think we've already seen it. Yeah, this one. That one, yeah. You were sorry, we already looked at that image. But yeah, that handing the gun up to the HISS tank driver is wicked, isn't it? Really nice. And at night as well, so all the lights are kind of like lit up again. Brilliant stuff. Where were we? We were there. Joe Self, have you done that on purpose, or I have to say it? I think you have, haven't you? They just released the final packaging for Zorana. I didn't know it was you. Have they? Have I missed that somehow, or are you just joking because you wanted me to say it out loud? Action J says, I was also charged an hour after the Sky Striker. So yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Yeah, Neil says, never buy with aftermarket potential in mind. We all do it, but it's always a disappointment. Or you don't do it and it's ridiculous. It's just it's a crapshoot, isn't it? Ray says, do we know if the Cobra sigil on the hull, etc., are tampo printed or are they stickers? Hopefully tampo for a nice finish. I think tampo printed. I can't be 100% on that, but I think that's been said, actually, Ray. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, guys. Black and red, says David. Yep, there's one for you. Aaron's loving the purple, and he wants it because of his love for Techno Vipers. It was one of my favorite as a child, you say there. Absolutely. Yeah, Techno Viper was a dope figure. Have to agree on that one. Like I said, David Allen said black and red, so we've got another black and red in there. Yeah, Andrew Clark. I think Lenny clarified they will not be stickers during the roundtable. Yeah, I think that's what I was forgetting completely. Yeah, not stickers, tampos. Jim says, all you purple voters better order more than my 6, black and red all the way. Again, another black and red shot there for you. Grant Mounier, Ruby Tarn Prime says, I'm hoping they'll do more versions of the bat, like a Jungle Arctic Shadow, etc. Also, maybe a Trooper builder pack of Shadow Crimson Guards. It's a possibility in the future, that, Grant, I think. I think we'll get Crimson Guard 3-pack, just standard at some point. Well, maybe I did think that until they did the retro Crimson Guard. Who knows now? Oh, you're going to have to watch it later, X Factor 17? No problem. No problem. You'll enjoy it, I guess. I hope. What numbers do you think will be used on the figure packages? I think 788. Well, yeah, I expect that too. It's on there as well, isn't it? 788. I expect that'll be the one that'll be on the package. Yeah, Storm Stratos says the classified line is getting more and more popular, so anyone who wants to flip HISS or figures next year shouldn't have any issues. I agree a little bit on that one, Storm. Definitely. Neil Hill, the question is, was the master plan that this great photography would act as a 5th tier? I mean, it kind of is, isn't it? It really is. I kind of expected them to drop this and then have that push even more sales. And it seemed to kind of hit 19 without trying. And then, well, I say without trying, they've just dropped the most amazing vehicle and, like, you know, tiers so far. It's not like they weren't trying, but I mean, like, in the back end, they didn't really have to kind of do anything extra. I mean, SDCC kind of helped to push it a bit. You know, seeing it painted, seeing it in hand, seeing the size of it when people were holding it, seeing the driver as well, kind of all painted up. That was a good push. And then following SDCC, it was like, I think people were anticipating, is there going to be something? We all knew the Dio shots were coming, thanks to Emily saying that was going to be happening on the roundtable. Thanks again to Hasbro for doing the roundtable again. And man, how fast was my edit on that one? That's going to be the quickest turnaround for a roundtable edit I've ever done. Like, usually they would come out on like Sunday or Monday. Man, I turned that over in hours. You guys have got to, like, be, you know, happy with that, surely. I was just desperate to get it out there, really. Yeah, Tampo was confirmed. Thank you, Sean. So they're going to be tampos, not stickers. Brilliant. John Hamilton says, the value of HasLabs have always doubled immediately. It makes sense to buy 2 and flip 1 and get your HasLabs for free. It's a good, if you can be bothered, it's a good thing, like, to do. But also you can be that person, like would be me, where I'd go in for 2, you get you'd get it, and then you'd be like, I'll just keep them. So yeah, you have to have that, like, you know, follow through mentality. Robert H, honestly, I think I'm going to do what some of the Sentinel people did and just sell the box. Somebody's going to want that artwork. That's a good shout, actually. People at Patrick is trying to decide if he gets a second one. I think that's that's on most people's minds, isn't it? People are going to have so many second ones that they won't get it. Like, everyone's going to be in on it. There's going to be no one to buy it. Oh, you're saying black and red tactician, says X Factor 17. Brilliant. Okay, cool. There's another black and red for you guys. Eben says black and red as well. There you go. Jeremy says, do I get 1 vote as a single backer or 3 votes, 1 for each tank I back? You get 1 vote, I believe, Jeremy. Each backer gets 1. If you bought more, then I don't think that comes into it. I believe it's just your vote as someone that's backed it. If you've got multiple accounts, then you'll probably have multiple votes, though. Yeah, do you get what I'm saying? Like, I know you can get up to 5 on this, but if you bought like 15 and you've got 3 different accounts, then you've probably got 3 votes on it, is what I'm getting at. I don't know if anyone has got 15 or 20 or that. If you have, let us know, because that's an interesting. I'd love to know if you've done that. Luke Poulon says, I'm not sure that it will be that expensive on the aftermarket. Like, 80% of the people are getting an extra one in hope to flip it at high price. Yeah, I think there's a balance there, but you never know. There's going to be people that miss out on this, I think. There always is. There's always people that miss out on it, and like, were like, I had no idea this was happening. And I think, wow, how? I on my own have done about 38 hours of promotion on this. Sorry, I'm kind of like half wanting to eat my food. We'll be getting there eventually, guys. Eben Foster says, I was at SDCC 2 weeks ago, Thursday, and I was with Lenny when it hit 17K. In 2 weeks, it's done under another 2K and still 4 days left. This will hit 24K is my guess. I have to agree, Eben. I think it's going to keep going. I'm not sure if it's, well, again, my judgment on this is always off. I think 22.5 is where I'm going to land. Who knows? This thing could hit ridiculous numbers. And we could all be looking back going, well, we all should have known it would hit 500K. I'm joking, but you know what I mean. Also, shout out to Eben. I know you were messaging me at the time saying I'm with Lenny and it just hit 17K. So yeah, that's awesome, man. Glad you had a good time at SDCC as well. Sean, that's probably a good point. Marvel Legends team looks like they are waiting. I think they're trying to give it. Everyone's trying to give this space, aren't they? Because I think it's going to. It's probably going to have that effect on a lot of things. Yes, Ron Rudat is doing some of the art on the project. Aaron, yeah, he's doing the tactician artwork, isn't he? Jim Smith, I've bought 2 katanas, 2 sentinels, 2 razor crests, and haven't sold a single one. Also have 2 Galactus and 7 Sky Strikers on the way. Jimothy Christmas, that is incredible. By the way, I'm calling you Jimothy from now on. I'm not really Jim. That was that's very naughty of me. Your name is Jim, and I'll call you Jim. It just made me want to say something hilarious, and that was it. Action J says, stay fresh cheese bags. Are you out, Action J? Peace out, buddy. Thanks for jumping on. Stay fresh cheese bags was something I mentioned on the weekly as one of those memes that I find hilarious because it's like, I think someone tweeted it ages ago. I can't remember who it was, but that's the tweet goes round of, this is now my new saying whenever I leave a room. And it's a picture of a pack of Stay Fresh cheese bags. And it's a brilliant thing to say when you leave. So yes, Action J, Stay Fresh cheese bags indeed. Ryan says, since G.I. Joe used to be a Marvel comic, I hope the Marvel Legends HasLab is the Dragonfly. That would be so good, wouldn't it? What a twist. The crying would everyone be in so well, apart from the G.I. Joe crowd, they'd love it. I don't even know if that could work. It just wouldn't make any sense, but it's hilarious. Michael R. Lomax is only getting the 1. Michael R. Lomax 1. Is that signifying that as well, Michael? Aaron says, is anyone doing a countdown live stream on it? Well, we might do. We've done it for the Sky Striker. I'll probably do a live stream countdown on that as well, and we'll kind of see it finish and call in the new year or in the few days. Yeah, that's something we probably will do, actually, Aaron. I might do that myself. RKW, I imagine the artist for the HISS packaging has already been picked. I don't know who it is, but I imagine that's already been dealt with. They've probably already got it done, or they're in the process of it anyway. They have overlapped HasLabs before HoloNet 1. They absolutely have overlapped HasLabs in the past. Just the end of last year, we had 3. It was Ghostbusters, it was Star Wars, and it was G.I. Joe. Yeah, it was nuts. Was that the start of the year or at the end of last year? I can't remember. It's been too long. But anyway, yes, they have 3 at one time. Oh, you came back, Action J. Sorry, Jim. You came back, Action J. Still, I appreciated Stay Fresh cheese bags anyway. Anonymous Dude also says Stay Fresh cheese bags. It's my new favorite thing, and I'm going to say it at the end of this show, probably. Anyway, next image. Sorry, I kept that one for a while, didn't I? Yes, this is another beauty. This is the one that's on the kind of main image of the show as well for today. Love this one. It's like middle of the day, doing a bit of work on the treads, probably a bit of damage there. Little gun resting up against the side there. Someone fixing a missile rack. The gunner probably kind of doing not the gunner, another trooper without his kind of helmet, doing some stuff on the gunner emplacement, and the HISS driver looking at his watch, or maybe looking at his like cool arm, tech. Or he's probably just looking at the time. When does he clock off today? He's probably thinking. And then in the background, there's another kind of a shot of a trooper kind of working on like the side panel of the tread, which is really cool. Love it. Hey, Colonel Ping, how you doing, buddy? I haven't spoken to you in so long, buddy. It's been too long. No one's going to know why I've literally highlighted your comment Cully and I went to camp together back in the early 2000s, and we were counselors, weren't we, buddy? I was maintenance when you were there, I think. But my goodness, what a great to have you on, mate. Like, it's funny. Every now and again, I'll get someone who has no idea I do this kind of thing, who's friends with me, not in the G.I. Joe realm. And it'll be like, I'm watching you live. What the hell are you doing? And yeah, Cully, here's one of you. Great to have you, mate. And I'll get in touch with you after this, mate, because it's been too long and I feel awful already. Or great to have you on, dude. Great to have you on. It's been an expensive month, Jim. It has, hasn't it? Hiss and Operation Recall, bye 3,000 big ones. My goodness, yeah. Operation Recall. Congratulations to Carson as well. What an amazing event that was too for all you O-Ring fans. Jimothy is fine. Lol, brilliant. I'm calling you Jimothy then, Jim. That's brilliant. Robert H says they already revealed that the next HasLab is Ghost Rider themed. Clearly, that means it's the Phantom X19. That is genius, Robert H. You absolute genius. Absorb Vids hasn't caved on the Hiss yet. I just have no room for 6-inch vehicles, mate. You're not the only one. But you know, if you do are going for it, if it is too much at the end and you can't, you know, you've got to go in for it. Then you know we do not hold it against you. Eduardo says, hi, Chris. Will it be the Mobot or the Dragonfly next? What do you think? Something else? I would personally love the Eaglehawk / Tomahawk. I think that would be outstanding. And it would be event worthy. It'd be so huge, wouldn't it? And there's so many cool features on it. Loads of figures you could have. You could have Lifeline, obviously, you know, lift ticket, but Lifeline and some of his gear, like, you know, the stretcher and all of his medical equipment could like interact with the interior of the Eaglehawk. It would just be the best. It would be the best. So for me, I'd love an Eaglehawk personally, but the Dragonfly, 100%. I think the Dragonfly more than the Mobot for me because I'm an Action Force guy. I sit on these amazing cushions that my wonderful mother-in-law, Valley, bought me for one Christmas or birthday. I can't remember what it might have just been, just for a day. And obviously the Dragonfly's on there because these are Action Force pillows. So they're amazing. So shout out to my mother, my wonderful folks-in-law. And of course, why I would choose a Dragonfly. I'd also choose the Mauler over the Mobot, but again, only because of my interaction as my nostalgia as a kid, Eduardo. But I would, out of those two options, Dragonfly 100%. I'd be down for it. I'd love it. Wild Bill as well, and maybe some other cool characters you could throw in there too. Love it. Adam says the artwork for this will be amazing. I'm sure of it. 100%, definitely. Hello, James, aka Ratface44. Patrick Tyners, this is what you think the Marvel one's going to be, right? Ghost Rider 2099 with his chainsaw arm and jet bike. My goodness, that would be insane, actually. I keep an eye on Marvel Legends. I dip in and out of Marvel Legends. I think it's a wonderful line, but it's one that I just cannot commit everything to. I think the people on it are amazing. I love the team that work on that brand, and I love what they produce. But there's no way I can. G.I. Joe just classified and is enough, and it is almost destroying us. Do you know what I mean? Like, especially with the HISS tank. This is my favorite image, says Jeremy. Absolutely. Fingers crossed for Dragonfly, says Music Blitz. Good luck trying to climb that side ladder, says RKW1138. I think you could use one of the slats on the side of the tread first, and you could utilize that and then climb up it. I think you'd be all right. You'd be all right. You'd only be putting your foot on it and just hoying yourself up anyway, wouldn't you? Anonymous Dude says, I loved your last Q&A with Lenny and Emily. All the ice cream talk and the gentleman with the rat on his shoulders had me dying. Yes, that's Scott Zillner, isn't it, from Toy Wizards? Love Scott. He's such a great character. Such a good laugh on the Q&As as well. He's a really good guy. Everyone on that, they're all great. I really enjoy those Q&As. They're fantastic. And there was a fun one on Anonymous, real fun one to do. Ryan Daly says 2023 Dragonfly, 2024 Thunder Machine. Good shouts for those for HasLabs. Andrew says love the wrist computer on the driver's arm. Absolutely. Or I just said he was looking at the time, ignoring all the cool stuff on there. Adam says, not sure if it's been covered, but are the missiles removable from the racks? They are, yes. That was actually covered at SDCC, and that's one thing I did actually pay attention to when I heard it. Yes, the missiles will come out of the racks, 100%. Joe Self says, I hope once they release pictures of Scrap Iron, we'll get some shots of him with the hiss. That's how I'm going to display mine, 100%. I think like his missile thing that he's going to come with is going to be insane. They've talked about it already, being like a ridiculous accessory. It's going to be articulated. I'm just very excited to see what that all looks like. Definitely. Colonel Ping says, long time ago, you the man, what a gent. Mate, I cannot wait. I've been following your channel for a while, dude. That makes me feel really nervous now. I'm kidding. I can't wait to talk to you, mate, properly. It's been too long. Sorry, I do sidetrack a lot of these shows with like personal stuff. Like Phoebe gets involved, my food, Kate, obviously, and then like friends when they just randomly go, hey, I'm watching you live. It just gets completely sidetracked, doesn't it? Everyone else is like, what are you talking about? Luke Poulon says countdown with Lenny and Emily. Yes, please. I think they'll probably do an Instagram live thing, won't they? Like they did for the HasLab Sky Striker. I don't know that yet, but I would imagine they'll do something akin to that. What was funny about the Sky Striker one was that Lenny and Emily had done that, and then it didn't quite hit the number. I think they had a technical issue, didn't they? And the number wasn't ticking over on the website, and they wanted to stay on, but they couldn't stay on any longer. So they left. I went up live, did like a live thing following their thing, and lo and behold, it hit, the number, and I was like, "Hey, we're here!" And it happened. That was so funny. But yeah, I'll probably do something like that to follow it. We'll see if we can get some other people involved as well. What about Vamp with clutch and 3 more of original 13? That's actually a good shout. That's a really good shout. Like I kind of feel like the Vamp would have to come with a lot more cool stuff, because I don't think it would like really fill the features. Sorry, excuse me. So I think the Vamp could probably be done at retail, and they're talking about doing certain vehicles at retail, aren't they, at the moment? Like the Q&A we had, I think you could get away with the Vamp at retail, and I think they might be thinking that as well. So I think they'll stick to the real, like the bigger iconography, which is difficult with Joe, because a lot of the vehicles are just, some of them are military vehicles. Some of them are very clearly G.I. Joe iconography, obviously. I kind of feel like even though the Tomahawk / Eaglehawk is a helicopter with, like in the Chinook variety, it still doesn't look like a Chinook. It kind of looks very specific to Joe. Maybe it kind of has that, it has a mixture, doesn't it, of a Chinook and like maybe a Black Hawk. I don't know. What do you guys think anyway? But anyway, we'll probably come to an end soon anyway. But yeah, that's a good shout. In general, though, just to have the Vamp as a vehicle, I think. Joe Self says, Wild Weasel is the only Cobra yet from 82 to 84 not announced for Classified, and I want him ASAP. I wonder how we'll get him, because you imagine him and Ace maybe like a 2-pack waiting to happen, because I don't know if they're never going to do the vehicles, are they, for those? I don't know. Anyway, right. Sorry guys, I can't get to everyone's comments. Again, really appreciate everyone with the loads of comments. Really appreciate it. It's been great. We've got more images, I think, to look at. Yes, this one from above is another beauty. So again, we've got the driver here kind of like looking into the kind of cockpit. You've got the full canopy raised up. You've got a little blaster there kind of just resting on the end. Again, like just walking up the ladder, actually. So we can actually see him walking up the ladder here, which is pretty cool. Like that. And again, another beautiful shot in the kind of, in the kind of like trees and on a bit of dirt. I love it. The diorama shots are great, aren't they? I absolutely love these. That's a good shout, actually, Diecast Nick. A Conquest would be definitely manageable, I think. There's a beautiful custom of the Buzz Lightyear going around. I think it was the Articulated Chad, correct me if I'm wrong, that did that, and it looks awesome. Like it's basically re-decoed 6-inch Buzz Lightyear ship, and it's an X30, and it looks absolutely fantastic. Anyway, yeah. Storm Stratos says Tomahawk would be my dream vehicle. It gives you a lot of options for display, a lot of display options, loads of functions though, loads of interactive qualities, and you could do some new stuff to it. You could have like sliding doors on the side, or a sliding door on both sides, or you could have netting, that you see like on these kind of like actual real life helicopters. You can have so many cool like additions and features, and the ramp at the back, and maybe even like space for a ram to kind of ride out of. Just so many cool opportunities for them to kind of take there with that. Removable engine bays. You could have like I said, lift ticket. Wild Bill could be involved with that. Lifeline is one you could add to it. It's just so many cool opportunities there. Yes, David Warren Hernandez, they are, aren't they? The diorama shots are beautiful. Okay. And finally, is it finally? I think it is finally. Yes, it's a close up of the kind of treads basically in the side panels. And again, you get some nice details there. A little bit of kind of like in the wild for a change, and it just looks gorgeous. I love some of the kind of finish on there too. If that's how the paint work's going to be finished on the kind of metal panels, that's kind of cool in my opinion. It might have been like, dirtied up a little bit, but I do like how the metal panels look on the actual, the tread covers. Looks so good. Yeah, dirty treads, but not too dirty. It's not like, I don't know, War for Cybertron or whatever it was, where it was just like, muck all over the place and damage to the hilt. It just looks like a nice finish on there. I'm really into that. Anyway. Okay, well, that brings me to the end of the images. I'm going to call it a day there, but we are going to transition first into just my single face. All the single faces. It's been an absolute pleasure, once again, guys, to chat with you through this news today of the HISS Tank HasLab hitting 19,000 backers, and the Dio shots, obviously, that was awesome. I'm going to go off now and have my, as Neil Hill puts it, full course. Thank you, Neil. For everyone, obviously, we've got a little bit more coming. I'm in talks, availability talks, to try and sort out the next Super 7 Brian Flynn interview. So we'll be doing another one, and we'll be talking all about the SDCC stuff and all about, what they've got planned for the G.I. Joe brand, etc., etc. On top of that, we've got another weekly, obviously, on Saturday. Lots of stuff coming. Oh, for my Patreons, any Patreons on here, any Red Shadow Army or SAS patrons, I'll have another Intel episode for you. I'll try and squeeze it out tonight, Kitty said. But then on Sunday, I wanted to try and maybe plan another live Intel maneuver on Sunday. So for all of my Patreons who are in the Red Shadow Army or the Full Force SAS, yeah, that's right, the SAS, then look out for those. Anyway, stay fresh cheese bags. I like it. A lot of people saying that. Ray Murphy, yeah, a lot of you guys in there. Thank you very much. Ryan Daly, Anonymous Dude 123. Bon appetit, says Eduardo. Thank you. As we always do at the end of these shows, after 3, we're not saying stay fresh cheese bags. I'm saying that first, and then we go into what we usually say. After 3, 1, 2, 3, full force. Check you later. That's it for this installment of the Full Force News Burst. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. See you next time, and as always, Full Force. Make sure you get involved with the discussion by liking, sharing and commenting on these videos, and as always you can keep up with the show after listening by following on Twitter at The Full Force, liking the Facebook page facebook.com/The Full Force, and if you would like to contact the show you can message us on either of those platforms with feedback and questions. We also have a Patreon page, so if you want to show your support for the show, see your name up in lights on these videos, or enjoy exclusive bonus content, then check out patreon.com/The Full Force Podcast, or click on the link on any of the posts this podcast appears in. Full Force.